Hi, my name is Francisco Servent. This is part 1 in your 3-part video training course because you are now an emergency legal agent for somebody, one of our clients. And first video, this part 1 is to help you get a good grasp around what is this thing, right? Why did they do this? What the heck? You've never heard about this maybe. So I want to make sure you walk away today, or turn your phone off and go to bed, whatever, with a really good solid understanding of what this emergency legal agent is. The way that I conceptualize, the way that I understand this is by breaking things down into phases, okay? So typically in my world where we're doing wills and trusts, there's this time period where we are alive and well and we're happy, we have a big smiley face, and life's good. No, life's going on, kind of like right now. We're just chugging along doing life. Then there's this big moment where things change. And honestly, the first change in my world is when somebody becomes incapacitated and they haven't passed away, they've just disabled, Alzheimer's, dementia, stroke, something like that, and their health has declined to the point where they can't take care of business anymore. That's the first point, incapacity. The second point, though, of course, is when somebody has passed away. And that's when most people think about wills and trusts, is that we only need it at that time. What this emergency legal agent is for is 100% just for one of these little moments. It's for this moment right here, okay? Now, I want to blow this moment up and show you what really happens, or I should say what can happen, what happens sometimes. What happens sometimes is client, they've put together their will, their trust, their power of attorney, their all these bigger documents, these other things, and if something happens and they're incapacitated, there's an emergency, they're rushed off to the hospital, they're in a car accident, whatever, and that happens here at this moment. There's the emergency, okay? Well, the person that maybe they've designated as their financial power of attorney or their healthcare agent to make medical or financial decisions for them long term is maybe not immediately available right at that emergency. Okay, they may not be available until this moment, right? Because maybe they named a family member who's out of town or who just happens to be at work or out of whatever, right? They don't live here, they're out of town vacation. For whatever reason, they're just not available yet. They're not available right here at the emergency. And so right here at the emergency, we need somebody. There's this whole gap between the emergency and when their permanent agent is available. That gap is your job. That gap is your job. And that's it. That's all it is. There's no more to your job. I mean, you might also be on that list. I don't know. But right now, the emergency legal agent responsibility is this gap. And that's it. You don't have to worry about doing everything. You're just there to take care of that little gap. That's why you've got to be in town. You've got to be somebody who lives local. You've got to be somebody who knows my client, they trust, but you're not going to take responsibility for everything. You're just going to help triage the moment of the emergency up until the permanent agent comes into the picture. And it might only be it might be a day, it might be a few days, it might be a week, it might be an hour, it might be 0, right? This person might be there, might be the first one on the scene in the emergency, and that's fine. But if they're not available, we need you available. And so thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping to take care of my clients. They're your friends, they're your loved ones, and so I'm grateful for you for doing that. But that's it. The emergency legal agent is here to deal with the gap just in between those two moments. Okay, and so you've got the document in the packet we mailed you. The ELA packet has some instructions, but then it's actually got the legal document signed, notarized in there. Keep that stuff. Those are important legal documents. And if the emergency happens, you need to grab those and you need to go. You're on duty, okay? The next video, part 2, I'm going to actually describe the step by step what to do in the event of an emergency. So that way you're prepared ahead of time, okay? Right now, that's what I want you to know. That's the piece of the job. Store those documents safely. Any questions, you got our contact info. Feel free to reach out.